What's up, guys? It's your GM, DM, Tom, here with another warm, awesome adventure of Homebrewed Heroes. Dun, dun, dun. That's like my cool little... We do all our own sound effects here at ChubbyCat Studio. But yeah, guys, so another episode time. You guys made it through my encounters.
Yay!
Yeah, got some...
all alive.
All alive.
Solve your death puzzle.
My death puzzle has been solved. Marcus went down a couple of times, though.
Like 3. He came back better than ever.
Yeah, I like the idea, though, that he has, like, just a bunch of new little scars.
Yeah.
And by little, I mean, like...
Massive.
Massive. You're gonna get all the chicks, bro.
He has like 2 stomach stab wounds.
Yeah.
And
just a couple of cuts.
and the one in the back that went into his kidney.
Yeah.
Marcus is so hot right now.
That Marcus is so hot right now. Although it kind of sucks that you have a celibacy.
He's definitely in the celibate mode.
Yeah, celibate.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's not part of the order.
I also know the Marcus.
I also know. I'll only roll a d20.
I included that in my backstory. That I'm not celibate.
Oh, that's a critical 20. You've never had sex. Okay.
I didn't say I had sex. I can be a virgin. That's totally fine, but I'm not part of a celibate order.
Yeah.
He's also not looking to mingle.
He's not looking to mingle.
Please discount everything they said. They're just literally trying to blow smoke out of your asses. So
We
anyway,
definitely have a very
That'd be kind of cool.
He's like, Marcus has profiles on Bumble and Tinder.
And Grindr.
And Grindr.
And grind.
Marcus is ready to mingle with literally anything.
You just had the stuffing kicked out of you.
true enough.
Yeah.
No, it's been a rough one. Meanwhile, how do I do that?
Hey, Cass learned from the pizza man, so
Yeah, it's not too bad. But you guys survived. And to a quick recap, I guess, you guys survived the control room. The Mother Ley Line is being corrupted by some dark force that Grimkill has put upon it.
I don't foresee any lasting consequences of this.
No. That's not going to come back to bite you in the ass at all.
No, not even a little.
did my best.
I think my favorite thing that came from that, actually my favorite 2 things, I guess, is one, Tris, you are a daisy in a pot.
Accurate.
Silver pot now.
And the only way to transform you back is to break your pot, but that hasn't happened yet, so that's gonna be fun. And Tom Greywillow has a feathered beard,
You have not sneezed yet.
because that is a thing.
Yes. That's right. It's until the sneeze.
Yeah, good times.
To the sneeze.
And then just a recap for what happened at the gate. Gate basically was breached. Shit got real.
Went super well.
Kren and Gavin and Abe tried their best, but their best wasn't good enough. That was a sweet grenade, bro. And yeah, so Gavin was forced to kind of like temporarily like slow down the incoming army by blowing it. But all. Oh my gosh! What if like you critical hit firebolted out of your dick?
That would be
Let's see why not.
very Jason's character thing to do.
Yeah. Like it actually came from your hand, but you did illusionary magic to make it look like it came from your dick. I would have given you an advantage. But you guys are all find yourself on the top level, kind of where the first scene took place, right at the coronation, at the steps underneath the ethereal gate. You guys have been helping the soldiers barricade the top floor and steps, setting traps and whatever you can on there, slowing down their process as much. The day has turned to night. Fires and bonfires have been set, and guards are posted at the top of the steps and around, as the other advancing army has also made camp below on the lower levels. You can hear them celebrating basically their soon-to-be victory. It's very demoralizing, if that makes sense. Them singing songs of killing and making Tristan their new home. So you guys are all just been hanging out for the last couple hours after you helped out. Idri, you've been up here this whole time, doing your thing, healing the bitches and townsfolks and whatnot. You see Stoop. He's kind of walking around, but he he seems a little out of it. That makes sense. He's not so much well kept anymore as you saw him in previous episode. He's kind of covered in dirt and blood as well. And you find out that his shop, his armory, and part of the keep was blown during one of the bombardments of the attack. So a lot of his clerks and whatnot were killed and all that good stuff. So you find him kind of rummaging through the remains, trying to find whatever he can salvage. And yeah, that's where I'll leave you guys to start. What do you want to do? Basically, this will be night going into day. Consider this your long rest. You're welcome.
Oh, sweat.
Well, Tristan's just gonna go ahead and be a plant.
Yeah. I will be doing some rolls though to see if you do have any encounters, but barring from any of that, you won't have anything. If you guys want to set up an additional like guard watch to, like, if you guys, I don't know if you guys are gonna be staying together like in this rest or if you're gonna be going separate, but
I'm gonna go check
Going
out
wherever
Kelly.
you go.
And then,
I think it is probably fair to say that at some point during this long rest, like, Gavin probably
Gavin's
broke the plant.
No, that needs to be role played.
yeah,
Like, as much as I want you
we
to
can't
break
just
me.
say it. We gotta role play it out. So, but first, yeah, let's go
That
through.
sounds so hard. As much as I want you to break me,
Let's go through real quick though, and
I want to hear it.
kind of. So, do you guys, like you said, are you guys together around a fire, or are you guys kind of off doing your own things, or?
I mean, we all know Zilikoth is just right in the middle of it. He's the real heart of this group.
Well,
He's like, get around.
He's giving an inspirational speech.
yeah. Let me. Yeah. Actually, I am gonna try to give an inspirational speech
Okay.
to my compatriots here. So I'm gonna try to roll for persuasion.
You're gonna try to persuade them.
Yeah, I'm gonna persuade them that it's gonna be okay.
Okay. You don't want to do charisma.
Actually, well, I think it's the same.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
All right, go for it.
So.
But I also want to hear the speech.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's why I'm,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go ahead and use my deception check to rebuff what he's saying. And go, oh, dude, it's totally gonna be fine, man.
Okay, so you're gonna like help him out here.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, this guy definitely knows what he's talking about.
All right.
Guy who was like slobbering as he charged a giant skeleton. He totally knows what's up, dude.
All right.
right.
So yeah, I'm gonna roll first. I'm actually curious if I should use my inspiration die for this.
Okay. Actually,
I'm not.
I think it would almost be better. I want you to give the speech first,
Okay.
and then roll.
How effective
Yeah.
it is. So
To
okay.
determine the reaction.
Exactly.
Night is definitely fallen at this point, and we're kind of huddled around the fire, and we can hear the songs echoing up, and like you said, they're quite demoralizing to the crowd. So I see some long faces, and I just kind of like slowly look around the fireplace at our party, as it were. And I say, this is going to be a little bit longer, so I'm not going to actually say it in the Zilikoth's voice. So,
What? That is unacceptable.
but,
Minus 50.
all right. I look around, and I've never been one to trust, to gaze upon people that I could respect. But today has been a long day, and each of you has shown me something. That something inspires me to know that we will carry on. As I hear these songs climb the mountain to us, I know that the battle is lost. But that war has just begun. So I want you to lift your heads and know that together we shall triumph. In the end, this is not the battle that we will win. This battle is lost. Tristan is going to be lost. But do not despair, for we will triumph. We will get to Oz. We will find a way to defeat this. I want you to know this because I respect you.
Kevin leans over to the potted plant that he's holding. He's like, I love speeches.
All right, now roll. Let's see if that's
That's a 21.
Oh shit.
I literally just stand up and just.
Yeah, slow clap.
Gavin's clapping against the potted, like the ceramic plant.
Oh my god, this guy right now.
And then I actually cast Mage Hand and just to hold the plant in the air so I can clap with both hands. Like I'm just like, yes.
That's the only draw I feel could ever inspire me.
Yeah, that was a good speech.
All right.
Solid.
Awesome. So do you guys feel inspired? I mean, he rolled a fucking
Inspired, that was a good speech.
yeah. You don't even need like the added like deception roll to help that. You guys are just like like it's very we lost the battle but we'll win the war. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Expresses the sentiment.
You even like convince Abe, who's the cynical, of the group. He's sitting with you guys, but he's kind of off on his own.
What was the effect on Farzu?
Farzu?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, fucking Farzu's whatever. He doesn't give shit. I just had crazy deja vu. That's crazy. Fuck, that was weird. Yeah, he. I don't know. It's I guess the best way to explain his relationship to you at this moment, being your slave for only about 8 hours, or is he only lives for Lord Mock, but he respects, strength. And you showed him strength.
Okay.
He may think, what's the word I'm looking for? He may think what you're saying and believe in is crazy because you're all gonna die.
Well, yeah.
But he can respect a person or a man that is willing to fight
steps.
for what he believes in. Yeah.
Baby steps.
But he still really, really wants to kill you.
Oh, of course.
He's still really.
He is just really biding his
It's
time.
up there.
All right. Well, at some point I will take a watch, and at that point I'm going to leave my new friend Tristan where all my belongings were, whatever, my pack and whatnot.
Okay.
It has been left unattended.
Okay.
I mean, every time you look away, Gavin is like stealing the plant and like pantomiming stuff with it. Like he's walking around with her as in mage hand, like just kind of floating
Public thrusting at it,
around behind him.
Abe has taken
puppet.
Abe has taken more soil samples. He's also taken his little mini scissors and has definitely cut a couple of the tips of the petals off for samples to make a potion he's trying to brew. He's convinced that he can make a potion that would help bring her back. He's like, I just need some samples and just need a couple samples and it'll be great. It'll be fine. Whatever. Okay. So you want to take we'll do 2-hour watches so everyone else can rest and whatnot.
Marcus doesn't need a lot of rest. He's gonna look back very concerned at the plant after seeing all it's been through, but he's gonna actually go and move through the crowd and he's gonna go and try and help people where he can because
There's still wounded in the street.
There's still wounded in the street and there's still people that just need help, and especially children. He knows that the other members of his order, there are 3 or 4 others, are probably out doing the same, so he's going to be doing that and just seeing what he can do as far as outreach.
Okay. So as you guys are kind of sitting around this fire, just relaxing, some of you guys are probably getting rest. You see Tom over checking on his men, making sure to bring them food and water. It's still kind of funny because, he's changed out of his mail and he's changed into a fresh set, but he still has that flowing eagle feather beard, and you see the men kind of laughing as he walks away because he's very somber, but they're laughing at him. Callie is over in the medical wing or medical area where the wounded have been set aside.
She's being their ass kicked.
Yeah, so she got hurt. She's gonna be out for a little while, but she's resting. That's pretty much. Hammond is snoring away. He's over at another fire, but his snores are loud, and you can hear him, and it's very. He's laughing in his sleep. He finds something funny. Yeah, let's figure this out real quick. Okay, you guys are good. So about 4 hours have passed. Soldiers are now getting their sleep, some are coming and waking up others to switch out. Like I said, you see Stute, who's still trying to rummage through stuff in the armory, trying to find useful crafts, any leftover potions or anything of that sort. He comes over, asks if anyone wants to help him find anything.
I go up to Stute and I volunteer to help him.
Okay.
See what I can scavenge up from the remains of the shop. I apologize for what must be, really heartbreaking for him. He must have worked very hard to, get this far in life. So
Yeah, no worries. Okay, sweet. So you guys work on that for about 2 hours. You help him out for about 2 hours before he gets too tired to help out. But you do find, roll a d20, something in the rubble.
That's gonna be a 6.
Okay. Well, not as cool as I was hoping.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Let me just find the thing.
That's what hoping for something cool too.
It's cool. It's whatever. You know.
I'm disappointed.
A tooth in the room.
Aww.
It looks human.
You find a human finger.
Good God.
It's pretty
Put
sick.
it on a necklace and put it round your neck.
Hello, I am Finger. You have found my ring. Please put me on.
Hello, I'm Finger, and today I'm going to show you how to be a nose.
So you find what is called. You see this ring. It's very ornate and kind of has it kind of has this blue. It's like silver, but it has like almost like a Damascus kind of look to it, right? With that like folded steel look, but it makes it kind of blue and watery and wavy. And I don't know if you want to roll to Arcana, see if you know what it is. If you want to ask Astute and ask him or whatnot.
I know it sounds.
I have wisdom. I don't really have Arcana, like at all.
I mean, you can still roll it. Just
You can still roll, yeah.
get a modifier for it.
Yeah.
Just as an aside, by the way, when I was on my night watch, I'm taking my dagger and slowly starting to carve on my femur. Not my femur.
Yeah, just cutting into your leg. Jesus.
Yeah, by the way,
We're gonna talk about
I
some
took the femur from the Skeleton King. Big ass.
You take self-mutilation to a new level.
All right. Before I take it to Stu to disturb his rest, because I know he's just recently gone to sleep, I'm going to see if I can detect and sense anything from the ring myself.
Okay.
You know, kind of monk would I be if I didn't. That's going to be a 19.
Okay, sweet. So you have actually seen some of the monks in your monasteries and your travels wearing these guys, especially ones that tend to live on the coast and towards bodies of water. And you know this ring to be a ring of swimming. You have the swimming speed of 40 feet while wearing this ring. Ring.
Bitch, I'm like a dolphin.
Yeah, so you know monks and like fishermen and travelers to wear these rings to like catch fish and whatnot. And you have what are those people? Scavengers. You know, scavengers to wear them when they go on dives and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
At some point,
Pretty sick.
kind of right after you fished out, like Gavin walks over with the plant, just kind of floating, and like I like kind of hover the plant over your shoulder. I'm like, "What you got there, buddy? What'd you find?"
Okay, bro. Pretty good, dude.
He looks up at the plant and just it's a bewildered look. It's a ring of swimming. I've seen other monks of my order oftentimes wear it, especially along the coast or any large bodies of water. It's very useful in helping both save anyone who's fallen into the water who perchance can't swim, as well as diving and getting away quickly from those who would chase you down in such areas.
That's pretty cool. Hold that thought. And like, I bring the plant back over.
I don't know how Gavin just has such a hard-on for this fucking thing. Okay, also, side note, meta right now, like, Callie told you how to fucking
I know!
fix this right now, which is the best part, and no one has brought it up.
About what?
How to fix Tris back.
Oh.
Callie said this
I don't know
magic.
if I was there for that.
You were not.
You were not.
No, you're not.
Marcus knows, and he just hasn't done anything yet.
Just astounded.
So I tie the rusty bag of tricks to the plant, and I bring the plant back over. I'm like, I found this for you, and I'm actually using the cantrip message to communicate directly to you, so it's like the plant's talking to you, and it's dropping off the present like for you.
It's oh my god, this is amazing.
Just absolute bewilderment. Thank you.
You're welcome, good sir. Please remove my burden.
I'm tired of that. I drop it in my hand. I'm so just at a loss. I don't even think to remind him about that if he just smashes the plant, we can have our companion back. I'm just, thank you. It's just
so fucked.
this plant.
And then I take her back and she does a little orbit around me, and we walk away.
Oh,
At this
man.
point, I'm just gonna sit.
I've been meaning to drop that up for you for a while.
I sit down on the wall, and just look at you as you walk away. Just not sure what to say. There are no words.
Adrian wants to know what's with the plant.
Okay.
She
Well,
missed everything.
okay. Well, you gotta character voice it.
That is my character.
You talking? You talking? I was gonna say you talking third person.
On third person, yeah.
That sounds like a very wood elf thing to do. Very like high of herself.
What with
Adria missed everything.
You tell Adria why this fuck boy carrying around plants.
I like that.
You're Russian now.
Yeah, and they are known. Russia is known for producing Russians.
So Adrian approaches Gavin and asks, "What is with the plant?"
To be honest, I don't really know. It just sort of showed up, and I've kind of made it the mascot of the team. I mean, you gotta find something to amuse yourself, before we all die.
I kind of walk over and look at it and go,
Like right when you touch the plant, I cast prestidigitation, so the plant shoots a little burst of fire out at you, like from his petals.
which does literally nothing to me.
Yeah, it's just purely the.
It's like waving your hand over a boat. Little mini marshmallow.
Yeah, like I couldn't really tell you. I just think it's fun.
All right. So a couple more hours pass from this little exchange. This is good. This is team building. Tris, you're bringing the team together.
Hello.
You're welcome.
Okay. So it's gone quiet, right? You have guards set up, listening out. I'm assuming you guys are switching off watches.
I'm not.
No.
I
mean, you're on watch with Gavin, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abe will take a watch, so you can.
Gavin does kind of do like a little mew of sadness.
He's
You're reclaiming the plan.
he's up writing in his notebook, writing down different formulas, trying to figure out like what was going on with Tris and the ley lines and all those things. Thinking about what his dad did and all that good stuff. And as he's sitting up, he sees you see scouting parties from the opposing army trying to see our weaknesses, test our defenses that we have set up to for the morning attack that's sure to come at dawn. And during that, they just to make sure that we can't get enough sleep, the soldiers are sleep deprived. They're gonna send a volley of arrows up to us, of flaming arrows. So if everyone wants to roll a dexterity saving throw. Someone want to roll
Is
for?
there any
Gavin,
sort of
you
noise
say-
or anything that accompanies this? Like, do we hear the whizzing?
Oh my god, how funny. She gets hit by an arrow.
You can see like they're fire arrows.
Okay.
So you can see them.
So,
As long as you're not asleep, like are you resting at this point or?
oh yeah. So danger sense would apply then.
Yeah.
So I won't roll on that. Okay.
I rolled a
You can add your dexterity
Sick.
modifier to it, which is
I rolled a
0.
10.
Okay.
Saves are not my
Definitely
thing.
got hit.
I lose the
I rolled a 19 plus
Oh, I thought you
4, so.
Okay. What'd you roll? There, Adri?
rolled.
2, 10, 14.
This is being slayed up there. Just
That's you added dex modifier and everything to it too.
because of fucking arrows coming. Open your shirt. You're like, compare your chest to it.
Oh, that Adrian.
Typical,
See, Adrian.
like Walmart goer, just staring open mouthed at the TVs. Just
It's gonna be 19 for me.
Okay, so pretty much just Kren and Adri. The arrows kind of come down. Everyone else is able to kind of move out of the way in time to get under cover as like they fall and hit the ground around.
Arrows hit the ground.
But
Would you roll, Trish?
10.
10.
Okay.
But Adri, being the healer and protector that you are, you realize that a lot of the injured are out in the open, and especially this little girl that you came attached to, who were healing during the aftermath of the first fight, and so you go and like shield her, and in shielding her, you take a 1d4 fire arrow to you. Damage.
So roll the d4, which is a little triangle.
And then Kren, you were just sleeping. You were just sleeping, boyo. As a dragon, you don't need a lot of sleep, but they just happen to catch you in that one small area, and they hit you with that fire arrow. So you take 1d4 halves because you're immune. So it's one of those things where it kind of hits you.
Hits me, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. But then
The
you're
arrow
like,
hurts you more than the fire.
yeah, exactly. It's like it hits you.
Like, do my robe again.
Exactly.
Fire today.
I just got this tailored.
So
I need to go to the Merchant's Guild in the morning.
To
My
go
robe
in?
is just
yes.
shredded.
It's like a loincloth at this point.
Almost no damage. It's just like burnt. There's patches missing. Like, dude,
No, you just
we need to go get ourselves some casterly finery.
Yeah.
You're taking away. So it's damage 1
It kind of hears you. Are you saying this? Are you saying this aloud?
and done.
What?
Are you saying this aloud about the robe?
Yeah, I'm like, my robe is fucked. I'm mostly saying it to myself, but I'm kind of complaining loudly.
Yeah. Abe walking by kind of is like, I've never been to the Merchants Guild. That'd be do you want to go now? What floor? Wait, actually, I don't know if you can go to the Merchants Guild.
No, I was gonna say it depends, because you said that most of the guild stuff's on the lower floor.
Yeah.
It's probably looted to all shit, but I would like to go. It's a big part of my dude's storyline.
I would like to be there.
Gavin, meanwhile, since Trist can't actually dodge,
I know the location.
he looks over, like he kind of looks around and pulls her like out of his bag of holding. And goes,
Sorry.
Well, thank God I had you in there. And he banishes the minor illusion of the plant that was over by the ceiling. So that's how she didn't get hit by the wall. Thank God I wouldn't risk my buddy.
That is incredible.
Hit you or help you when someone finally breaks this pot?
The answer is probably yes.
Yeah, that is too
While
funny.
I'm speaking, I use minor illusion to just kind of like cast a fixed robe onto myself that makes it look like the holes are patched.
Okay. They are so the Merchant Guild is the floor below the top level.
So it's technically reachable, but it would be not
Yeah, I mean you would have to go through the like barricade made, but you
yeah.
could.
This is usually where
I
the
mean, I
bad
feel like
ideas
they're
start.
probably not operating
thinking-
right now. They're probably closed.
Abe,
They're probably not like running the bazaar.
Oh yeah, no. Anyone who's still alive and not part of the army, the Mox army, is on this upper level.
I gotta say, I mean, we could go. It's
Oh, yeah.
not gonna be the experience you're looking for.
Yeah.
No, nobody that I know will still be dumb enough to be there. But if we could put together a cadre of a couple people who want to go, I doubt they have time to empty the coffers.
Very true.
Gavin absolutely perks up.
And I definitely
Also,
give you kind of like a sly look, like
roll a d20 real quick for just knowledge. I'll give you advantage since this is going to be information on some knowledge of the city.
advantage.
Yeah.
I have been at the city for a long time.
Yeah, you've been hired by the city.
What's that,
and
14?
Yeah.
12? 12 plus, I don't know.
Yeah.
Inside?
Sure.
Inside would be 5.
Okay. Yeah. So you know since you've been hired by the city to help guard it, and then also being part of the Merchant
I've been
Guild.
there for a while.
Yeah, you know that there is also to the Merchant Guild that's on the floor below you. At the airship docks, there is a warehouse that the merchants use. So you also could possibly find supplies and things there and holding.
What's the likelihood of finding like an airship there? Or they all kind of launch to like?
For that, you would have to ask Tom. Would you like to ask Tom?
I mean, I don't know about this, so I can't.
Yeah.
How long before dawn?
So you have about 4 more hours.
Pretty early on in the night.
It's been about 6 hours.
The night is young, like a little bears.
Well, Abe,
Yeah. What was that?
He's the tiefling.
He's the alchemist.
Alchemist.
Yeah.
Which would make sense that we'd be friends based on just magical knowledge.
Yeah, well, plus,
Your name just saved my life.
Gavin?
Gavin, jeez.
plus we held the hot cakes together.
Gavin. If you want, I mean, probably shouldn't, but I mean, seeing how we're defending the city, they're not.
Gavin shrugs and is like, probably not.
Probably use
Like,
the tools better than them. I do know another warehouse that's on this floor if you'd like to go over there.
Matt, you're so far away from the mic.
I do know a warehouse that's on this
Thank
side.
you. I was like, I can barely hear you.
If you want to go, maybe the three of us could handle it.
Gavin looks over at Abe and then back to Kren and is like, probably not. Will most likely be written on my tombstone. So, yeah, no, I'm totally in.
Abe looks around and goes, what could go wrong splitting up the party again? I'm down.
I'm down.
Okay, so you guys are...
Yeah.
We don't have to go down.
Yeah, we guys want to head there, or...
Gavin, are you taking me?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going
So
with
wait,
Gavin no
Yeah.
matter
is
what.
the
I'd rather be,
still up?
Yeah, no, I left it there. Like,
So do you
I don't
think you have me?
Yeah.
yeah.
If it was gone, then I would probably take notice and then try to come find you, and at which point I'd now follow you toward the warehouse. But if it's still there, then
Yeah, I mean, realistically, it probably won't. It won't be there like super long because I can't just keep it up indefinitely.
It takes about,
But-
pretty sure I think it's like an hour.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as like if I get like startled or something, like on the way there, then it'll probably disappear.
So startled.
Gatorade? Abe is kind of like, I say we go now. I'd rather be able to go in the mother's night cloak than not now.
That's true.
Yeah, Gavin just shrugs. He's like, yeah, I mean, I can just turn invisible. So I mean, I can go whatever. But,
Yeah. Abe kind of looks at you, Gavin, and goes, "Hey, do you think I could see that plan again?"
Gavin kind of like narrows his eyes, like, you keep making her smaller. I don't know that I'm a huge fan of that, because it'll kind of suck when like it's just a stem. It won't be as fun.
I have all the samples I need. I just need to study the specimen.
Oh God, fine. Then I can just kind of lob it over to him.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll and see if I catch. Oh, what should I use? The dexterity. I'll add dexterity to it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh fuck, 18.
No problem.
Catches me with one hand.
Abe catches with one hand and goes, I got steady fingers. He lowers his little magnifying glass thing again on the glasses and starts walking towards the airship field, but like while examining like the plant.
I kind of turn towards you and go, and I go, with minor illusion, and just make the plant slowly start growing.
Abe is fascinated. He just studies it closer. What is this?
is he so distracted that he could trip over something?
Huh?
I said, is he so distracted that he could trip over something?
No, he's a tiefling. He's got that dark vision and whatnot.
But Gavin does do a little fist bump with Kren.
Yeah.
We found that safer than trying to high five.
Hey everyone, it's me, Tom, your GM, buddy, and carne asada boy. That's right, I'm very full of carne asada because it's all tasty here in San Diego, so why not enjoy that carne asada? But my tummy is very full of the meats. Yeah, I said it, of the meats. Anyways, thanks for tuning in this week's episode, or bi-week's episode of Homebrewed Heroes. Nice little filler, kind of like preemptive before the attack. We're getting to the end of Tristan's Peak here. And then we're going to be venturing into the world, and I'm really excited. We recorded some new episodes last week, which was pretty fun, a little encounter and stuff like that. So those are about 4 episodes out. Pretty excited to get to there. But yeah, so shopkeeping. Check us out on ChubbyCat.net. That's where we post these bad boys, also on iTunes. You can also like us on Instagram at ChubbyCatCrew, or say hey what's up to us at ChubbyCatPodcast@gmail.com. All the links are provided in the show notes. That's pretty much it for me. Thank you to Kevin McLeod for the awesome tunes that he lets us use, which is pretty sweet. You should check him out. And I know, short and sweet for this one. It's just because this episode is giving me a hard time with noise. I've noticed, as you do when you record and listen to yourself for hours on end, you make a lot of weird mouth noises, and we record all into one track because we're not rich and I can't afford to record separately. So we record in separate mics, but all into one track. So it's really hard to pinpoint background sounds and of that nature. And if you look at my fucking waveforms right now in Audition, they're all over the place, and I realize we're all very loud breathers, especially me, since I have a solo mic and it's just a lot of in the background. So I do apologize for this episode if you're listening to it and it's just unbearable to listen to. I promise I've been working on it for like 2 days trying to get rid of that background sound, but it won't go away, damn it. It just won't go away, and I have work in 2 hours, so I gotta put it out so you guys can enjoy it. But anyways, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you again for listening. Please subscribe. Email us with suggestions for magical items, and say, hey, what's up? Let us know what you think about the show, and all that good stuff. And until next time, you guys, may the dice ever roll in your favor.
And as he walks away, he's gonna cast thaumaturgy on you, Gavin.
What is that?
Oh,
What
God.
did it do? Yeah.
I can make a sound, a minor sound, or a magnificent minor wonder. Just basically whatever, like a little thing. And
I don't totally make it.
I think it's just a cantrip. I think
that's it. Yeah.
I don't have to roll. He's just gonna. I don't know what he's gonna do. He's gonna do. So you guys like high five, and he's like studying, and he's like fascinated. He kind of realizes like something, like you guys, like you stupid wizards, have done something. So he like, yeah, he makes it sound that like a hellhound is like behind you. Like you hear the growling of like a fire.
Oh yeah,
right behind you guys.
Gavin definitely jumps a little bit. He's not thrilled.
Yeah.
Your range, by the way, on minor illusion is 30 feet.
Yeah, at that point too, like that would have snapped me out of concentration. So the minor illusion is now done.
I'm not gonna make a perception check for knowing. Oh, that's a 2. I think there's actually a fucking hot.
You guys like quickly run to catch up with Aid.
You're like,
Yeah.
Jesus,
That was a 18.
You just stand there like, nice try, bitch.
I don't think so.
Even then, I'm still flinch enough to break my thing, but I keep it cool. I'm just like,
Yeah,
I look like I'm super composed. I'm just like, yeah. Very funny.
At this point, I had now noticed that my friend is gone, so I start following them. Actually, I'm gonna roll for stealth. So
Okay.
that way they don't know that I'm following them.
There you go.
This is getting out of hand so fast.
That's an 11 in stealth.
That's it.
I'll roll again.
You would roll a perception.
Roll perception, yeah.
Clem, you want to roll with me? I got a 15, so you don't have to roll. But I guess you could.
I want to.
But so at this point, you're just standing there going. At this point, you're oblivious. You're like, I'm in a city.
I'm just like, look at all the stars in the sky.
Yeah. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 15.
I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1.
Oh, yeah.
But so I'm aware that you follow me, but I don't make a big deal about it.
All right, so we're heading to the airship fields, which leaves Marcus and Adri and at the campfire. So I don't know if you guys want to have a moment at all. If there's anything you want to know about each other.
Yeah, Adri. I mean, she missed out on so much. She was healing people, but she kind of missed out on all the excitement.
No, I'm just saying, to be fair, Marcus spent half of it like unconscious.
To be fair, he was unconscious for long. I mean, all his unconsciouses were like a total of 18 seconds each.
That's true.
This happened a lot.
Yeah, you can just go down and then get back up. Like,
Consciousness. Horrible.
oh my gosh, can your character be narcoleptic, please?
Just in the middle of fighting.
And Adri sees that Marcus is asleep. Suddenly, no, I'm not. All of a sudden, he falls asleep. No.
I'm suddenly asleep.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Want to talk?
Yeah, talk a little bit. You just
We definitely could have used your heals down in the bowels of this of this new hellhole.
Yeah, so I've heard.
Oh, I left Farsu with you, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Nothing like a murderous gnome. Unless the one who stabbed me before.
Oh, you did.
Oh, he definitely stabbed you before.
Yeah. Shouldn't.
And like to make it even creepy, so he's laying down on his side, right?
Is he
And like he just has his eyes wide open and he's just staring at you across from the fire, just watching.
I'm with you because you're not going to be kind to him.
Yeah.
Who was that just staring?
Like, if I'm trying to be like sneaky behind them, I don't want to like try to drag them.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Marcus turns, makes eye contact briefly, turns away. I've never been more uncomfortable in a campsite before.
Yeah. So you guys want to continue the little conversation?
Yes.
Yeah. Fill her in.
Well, we were betrayed by one of the councilmen. I never thought I would come to despise gnomes as much as I do, but they certainly embittered me to the species today. Okay.
Strong silent type.
I've been stabbed so many times it's hard to believe.
Kind of like
I'm surprised I have blood left. The creature over there in the corner staring. Is he still staring?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely stabbed me at least once. Did I mention I'm uncomfortable? Because I am.
All right. So a couple more hours pass. You guys are getting more rest. Let's roll this bad boy. All right. So nothing more crazy really happens. There's a couple of scouts like from the enemy camp that kind of comes through. There's a couple little skirmishes, but nothing horrible. Some minor injuries, but no deaths or anything. Just more probing in our defenses. And I would say that morning's about 2.5 hours, 3 hours away. And you know, like the tension, people are trying to wake up, getting ready. There's like that tension of the pre-battle, the pre-cum, if you will, of battle.
There's an image.
wow.
Just, you know, some people are able to scrounge up some scraps of bacon and whatnot, so you hear some sizzling on some fires. Some townsfolk unfortunately passed throughout the night because you guys didn't have proper medical supplies, you know, stuff like that. Let's resolve this real quick. During that, I mean, it does take 2 hours to walk to the merchant's airship field, maybe like a half an hour walk.
Yeah.
But we find ourselves at the merchant warehouse, the airfield. You guys can see that there's a few airships still in port. They're stuck there by the enemy's fleet that is blockading it in. But Ami is gone. She was shot down. Her ship that she was commanding from was shot down during the battle. But you don't know if she's dead or not. She just was shot down. But yeah, there's like 2 ships left and 1 small fighter jet that is in need of repair. What was that?
Ami's the angel?
Yeah, she's the angel.
Not the angel.
Yeah. No, she's full. She's full ethereal.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
And you said, I'm sorry, there's like a fighter jet?
Like a fighter jet that's like in need of repair. So like think of it like a bi-wing, kind of like Red Baron kind of type plane, but like
Like
a
a
little more.
gnome contraption.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
But it definitely has like taken some fire, you know, in the
Still
battle.
operable, but not in great
Exactly.
condition. Okay.
Yeah. So you guys come to this warehouse. You find it abandoned, not really being guarded. Doors are open. It's clearly been ransacked, I guess you could say, by some people.
Looters.
Yeah. Those trying to profit, I guess, or like living in the chaos of the moment.
Yeah,
But I'm assuming you guys want to go and check it out.
absolutely.
People out there got
That's what we came here for.
I am going to turn to you first and go, you should probably be careful in here.
Gavin says, careful's my middle name.
Yeah. No, neither of us is. But at least, like, we're probably going to get attacked. But let's see what we find.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys go in, and
Yeah. So Gavin just kind of pokes his head in first and does like a perception check. Just kind of like try to scope it out.
yeah.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cast an illusion inside
17.
Okay.
for specifically sound. So I'm gonna kind of make like a yell sound on the far side.
Okay. And in hopes to scare people that are in there, or to scare Gavin.
If there's anybody that's inside, not Gavin.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about scaring him, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm going for. This is like a full, like, I can see the back of the room, and it's like a 40-foot long warehouse.
Yeah, it's big.
So, like, I'm putting it on the back wall, so if anybody's hiding back there, they're going to be the ones who...
Yeah.
And it's just a sound.
Yeah.
There's no other components, it's just a noise.
Yeah. Through the sound and through your perception check, it just looks like a dark warehouse. There's crates and whatnot that have been pried open, and like miscellaneous supplies and raw cloth and things like that are strewed about and whatnot.
Well, I'm going to kind of search through it. Mostly looking for any flasks that might still be intact.
Flasks?
Flasks.
Like-
Potions.
Oh, okay. I was like, do you want to put like alcohol and whatnot in it? And a rube? Okay.
I still think I'm being sneaky. Get
Right.
away with it. So I enter 30 seconds. or 45 seconds after.
As you enter, everyone just kind of stops and like looks up and goes, "Hey, Zillikov." How's it going?
Wave your flower, dude. It's cool.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know.
Okay. So in your findings, you find a find what you gotta find.
If I get a shitty roll, I don't deserve to find anything. Your fucking dice, dude.
Oh,
That's
20.
Okay. So
2020.
Find a box of flasks.
so it's like
Found 5 humans in a crate.
you're going down the aisles and you find this small crate kind of tucked in between like bigger crates, and it has a mark on it that you recognize to be of high value from a high craftsman. And you open it, and inside you find some superior fucking robes. They're the most dankest of robes. They are red with a golden trim and a black hood. And they are inscribed with like black designs of like floral and whatnot. It looks pretty sick.
And I'm definitely going to just go ahead and put it on immediately because I still have my illusion on. It looks like I'm not taking my robe off.
Yeah. So
But
basically,
I would assume to Abe it looks like I'm taking my robe off and there's still another robe on. It's just like breaking his mind. What?
yeah,
And then put the new one
he's still
on,
into the
and
plant. I mean,
It's just like,
Just checking it out.
just put the new one on, like,
yeah. So basically, it'll be a +1 to AC. Superior robes.
oh, sweet. Is that something that would counteract mage armor?
What do you mean?
No, I wouldn't imagine not. It's not like an armor
Because-
class or anything.
It's not like armor.
No, it's still like a cloth.
Sweet.
It's just yeah. You can
Robes.
roll if you want to know, but you know this. You know this tradesman. He's just a hermit guy who
Sweet ass room.
makes he's known to make some sweet things.
Do we,
I didn't know John Lanson had any robes.
John Lanson, Steve Madden.
I knew he was in town.
I didn't know Gucci was here.
I knew he distributed supplies here, but I guess I got lucky.
Yeah. No, so
Major Silva.
this man doesn't really have a name. He's just famous for his symbol. He's known to live up in yeah, exactly. He's known to live up in the northern parts of Brill, kind of where the adventurers come, and he adventures out himself and finds like unique items and builds like trinkets and different things and gives them magical properties. But like to find something of his is very rare. And this probably just happened to be like one of those items that was making its way from the north and going down somewhere. But like,
Even like with my guild knowledge, that's still all that's known of him.
Yeah.
Because, like it's
he is like that's what makes him so cool. He's just known by his brand, like his little symbol thing. And I'll have to make a symbol of it next time.
I dig it.
Anyone else want to roll while they're searching?
I want to. Do I need to be looking for anything in particular, or just because I'm not necessarily like I'm just.
I mean, if you're gonna search through stuff, you'll probably just find basic stuff like are you looking for something real, or what are you looking for?
I'm not necessarily.
Tell me what Daddy needs to give you.
I roll a 17.
Okay.
Yeah, let me think about it while I choose my role here, so you can address what he.
Do you guys need? Do we need to leave?
Peyote?
What? No, I was asking you to sleep. You guys sleepy?
Oh no, she's just nauseous.
Oh.
Baby's chewing her insides.
And she can't play here right now.
I do have the plant right now.
And I'm a
I did roll 15.
Roll 15? Okay, so you're kind of off in your own little corner, rummaging
It is
through.
really hot in here.
It is a little warm, right? And you kind of find something kind of tucked away in the back. It's another little crate, but inside it's full of a lot of straw, right? And as you kind of go through all the straw, you find some potions in there, but these potions aren't like similar to ones you've seen before, like the red kind of healing potions.
Oh.
They kind of have a yellow tint to them, and you have found 3 potions of vitality. Yeah.
Fantastic.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh.
I didn't want to do it while anyone was talking.
What did you roll, sir?
I rolled a 17.
Okay.
If you want like a direction, obviously don't take it. But Gavin's obviously feeling a little swishy still, so he's looking for anything that would help him in that regard. Or like I'm kind of good on like the melee weapon thing with my bracers. Or is there anything else that would make me like useful from a utility standpoint?
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
I guess
Because I've already given you a lot of beefy magical items.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be anything like crazy, but those are the kind of things he's like
Yeah.
on the quest for.
Yeah. I still want to make it.
on the road. That's all right. Like,
Yeah. I mean, everything else that you kind of been coming across is like.
that anyway.
Yeah, that's like probably like.
Probably works.
You do like a little runway walk.
I literally like come up to you and I'm just like,
Gavin's like, not my style, but it looks flowy. That's cool.
I'm a big boy. Looks good on me.
Oh. So I was just reading about the potion of vitality.
You a fan?
Like this.
Yeah.
That's how much of a fan he is. Mandingo status. That's how he's a fan.
Let's just say it removes exhaustion for 24 hours.
Oh yeah, that's your thing.
Yeah, I thought you would enjoy it.
Jam.
Oh, yes.
Oh yes, baby.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Okay, so through your kind of looking and whatnot, there's a crate that's been knocked over off to the side, and it kind of catches your attention because you see that it possesses a lot of books and like tomes and things of that nature. They look old. Most of them are a lot of just first editions of novels and like of memoirs and things of that order.
Okay.
Nothing special. But you also find in there among the books is something that you're kind of familiar with, being one of the arcana. You've heard about it, and there's only like a few in existence. But you find what is called a manual of quickness of action.
Okay.
So what this does, this book contains. Sorry, let me actually make it bigger because I can't read small shit.
You're gonna make us identify these.
What was that?
You're gonna make us identify these. Earn it.
Yeah, I mean,
Unless this is something that like he already knows about.
yeah, it's like an arcana book.
Oh, okay.
So,
I got you. I misunderstood.
this book contains coordination and balance exercises, and its words are charged with magic. So if you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents and practicing its guidelines, your dexterity score increases by 2, as does your maximum for the score. The manual then loses its magic, but regains it in a century.
Wow.
Okay, not too long, but I like it.
Yeah. So you found this book. You would have to get it.
Yeah, right.
You have to do detect magic, I would say, to see if the words are still viable or if it's been used, kind of thing.
Gotcha. And you said if it is viable, I have to study 48 hours over 6 days?
48 hours over a period of 6 days.
Okay.
That's insane.
So I noticed that he's got this, and I walk over and go, "What are you find?"
1 second. So I kind of hold it up and I say, "This is what I think it is." Then these books actually are imbued with magic. This one appears to be maybe some sort of like an acrobatics or athletics mysticism sort of magic. And now I don't know that it has any potency. I'll have to kind of inspect it down the road. But if that's the case, study would actually imbue the reader with additional prowess in whatever the book is about. This one appears to be about fleetness.
I can help you if you want.
Yeah,
I'm always interested in knowledge.
absolutely. Yeah, I put it in my bag. I'm like, well, we'll have to look at that later.
Nice.
What language is it written in?
I'll just fucking make it ethereal. Or Enochian, if you want to get specific with it.
I speak Enochian.
I speak Enochian.
Actually, I do.
Yeah, he would be a good source as well.
Right. At this point, even Gavin is like, okay, we should probably like not push our luck anymore. But he does kind of like get like a pondering look on his face, and he's like, we should maybe ask though if there's anyone that knows how to pilot these airships, because let's face it, this city is on the way out.
Yeah.
I don't know if these are the best answer, but we're also at the top of the mountain, and I don't see any other ways out of here. So, food for thought.
Good point. Yeah, we're gonna get off this mountain.
Abe, who's been kind of squatted over in a corner, still looking at this plant and like referencing his like book, right? His like little notebook he keeps. All of a sudden, just stands up and like gives the pot plant like a throw across the warehouse.
Do I have to roll to break?
Sure.
You're rolling nat 20.
Just watch. Wait, go. I want to. I don't know how far away from me it's being thrown, but I want to roll athletics to try to run and catch.
Okay, I mean, yeah, you can try.
I mean, that's what I would do if I'm trying to
Like
protect it.
hurling this against
Yeah,
the wall.
like it's literally like you guys have been like off finding your things. I've been like squatting, looking at the book, looking at the plant, take up the plant, take it, and just like I'm like tossing it like towards the front door, like, and it's like just a really good,
Just a hefty
like
roll.
going out the door, gonna like smash. So yeah, I mean if you want to, like, and I'll say you're like kind of by the door, so you're gonna try to like catch it before it goes out the door onto like the outside.
Wow.
Crit miss.
You rolled what? Okay, so it's like
Even with my +6 in athletics.
yeah, you kind of like reach and it like just misses, like goes whoosh. You're like a second, like not a second, you just miss it by a mile. Let's do that. It goes by, you're like,
Can Gavin try to grab it with Mage Hand?
sure.
That's a 1 as well.
To be as it's flying too.
I'm just laughing hysterically.
At the mage hand, right? It's like that scene from Amazing Spider-Man where Gwen Stacy's falling down, and Spider-Man shoots the web to catch her, and then the web turns into that little hand to try to catch her just in time. But like, so imagine that the mage hand's like going and reaching and trying to hit the pot, and right before the mage hand can catch it, it just shatters onto the ground.
Gavin continues to smash the plant against the wall.
Gavin does like just sink to his knees though and go like, why?
Yeah.
I'm just
So
this is
it went
hilarious.
out the door, right? Like it lost there. It's out of eyesight.
It's like if you think it's a warehouse, so like the main big doors are there, and like we're hallways.
So from outside, Tris just comes sprinting in full.
You're at 0 health, bro.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't we say?
Yeah, if you go down to 0 hit points, you come back to 0.
I didn't go down to 0.
I smashed you
No,
at 0.
you go down to 0.
Yeah, like when you get smashed, you go to 0 hit
to the
points.
floor.
I'm dead.
You're not dead. You're just unconscious.
You're just
Okay,
unconscious.
Tris doesn't go sprinting anywhere.
Yeah. So basically, what we see though is a Tris that doesn't look great. Her hair's all cut in weird angles. Her clothes are all dirty.
All kinds of fucked up.
Let's go.
Abe just kind of walks up and goes, I read something about this a long time ago, and I thought it might have been that, but I'm glad it was, because if it wasn't, I would have just killed her.
My first reaction is just to look at you and go, dude, Gavin, why? Why'd you do that? Why'd you turn her into a plant?
Gavin shrugs and says, I wasn't even there.
Come on, man.
Gavin does kind of tap his chin though and go, doesn't sound like something I would do though.
You can see why I would think it was you.
I'm just in shock.
Yeah.
This turn of events.
Gabe picks up an apple that's from a nearby crate and starts biting it and walks out to
By the way, there's
Tris.
no way nobody heard us.
No.
We were just loud as shit.
Yeah, I mean, literally, it is abandoned. There's some people in the docks, but yeah, nothing really crazy. Abe walks over to you eating an apple, and he pops one of his little potions and pours a healing potion into you.
Oh, thanks. I'm not dead.
No.
You're back with the living.
Back. Tris just wakes up and just kind of coughs. She's like, "Fuck you, thank you, fuck you."
Thank you very much.
Abe just kind of still looks down at you, chewing his apple, and he's like, "It's gonna be morning soon." And then he heads back towards camp.
Just like.
It's Tris is kind of feeling her hair, just running her hands through it, and just kind of looks at Gavin and goes "What's going on here? What?"
Gavin goes, and he casts minor illusion, but he just gives you a big afro. He's like, "I fixed it. It's better. We're good."
And I just gotta go. Yeah, you're fine.
Awesome. So, you said you want to find someone at the airfields?
Just up at the camp, the driver camp.
Yeah.
Don't know how to fly it. There's
So-
no one else down here.
Yeah, no one's up at the airfields per se, but you know the people that work the docks that survived, or the captains who had brought back the ships are down in the camp area. If you can find someone there. Cool. So you guys want to head back to camp?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a good little adventure.
Yeah, good little cycle.
Yeah, so you guys are back at the camp. Day is about to break. People are finally, donning their armor, getting ready for battle. And it is a motley crew, you guys. Think the Patriot, when they were first starting out. And it was just 20 of them, and they were just all hanging out and trying to take on the British.
What are our numbers, and what is the seating capacity for those airships?
Airships? Yeah, I actually wrote this down. So it takes a crew of 10. It can have cargo of 1 ton, and they can have up to 30 passengers, the bigger ones. And then if you wanted to take that fighter plane, it's 2.
I'm assuming none of us know how to fly an airship.
Huh?
Define fighter plane.
So it's
biplane, but
yeah, it's
how does this stay in the air? Is it
think
just
of,
really magical properties, or are there balloons attached?
Yeah, so the way I'm thinking about it is, so it's the Red Baron kind of biplane, right? That kind of look to it, but more steampunky with the pipes and whatnot to it. Yeah, and then the way it works is the engine spins and everything. It runs off of. Did you ever see the anime Eureka 7?
Yeah.
So you know how it runs off the. You know how it runs off the skyfish use the I can't remember what they call it, but the energy or whatever in the wind and whatnot, and they would surf it. So it's kind of like that, but with the magical properties of the ley lines. So there's residual that's how the airships also work. So there's residual airline or ley line energy throughout the sky, and then you have depending on how close you are to a ley line or how far you have different speeds and air drafts and things of that manner.
That's legit.
Yeah.
So what's
Side note, I love the intro song from Americas.
I know. It's great.
Seriously. Yeah. So we walk back in, and Gavin's like, "I found Trist, you guys." Well, Abe found Trist.
So, and I
Trist was the
also
plan.
I want to take a moment where I just walk up to Azalakov and just I'm not good at this. I don't like this, but thank you for picking me up, and thanks.
Gavin clears his throat and looks at you expectantly.
Trish just makes eye contact, nods, and then sits down.
And I kind of interrupt and go, I only poked you. I didn't do anything more.
As you were expressing your
smash.
gratitude, I actually can't maintain eye contact because I've never experienced gratitude like that before, so it makes me kind of uncomfortable.
And I'm uncomfortable doing it.
Yeah, so it's just awkwardness everywhere.
Awkwardness abounds.
Tom, what was
this
the
with a Gavin look.
how many people in camp?
In camp, yeah. So for the actual numbers that are remaining,
Just rough.
you have maybe out of a town of people, and people that were visiting for the coronation and everything, you maybe have 250, and that's with soldiers and townsfolk.
No, there's no way we're getting everyone out here.
This city was slaughtered.
So what we need to do
Is
is
get
we
the
need to
fuck
find
out.
people who can pilot these ships, Because clearly it's going to take 4 or 5 of these to get us the hell out of here.
Yeah, and there's 2.
So clearly,
Still the fastest people.
I'm the one who can fight. I should be on one of those.
Yeah.
As my character would say.
How many people
That
minimum
was
can
real
crew a
life, but
ship? Like, can we just take one with our party?
It's 10.
10?
Is the minimum.
10 is crew.
And 30 additional passengers, so we can evac.
getting-
Assuming we stuff it to
We
capacity.
could
82
evac, but we don't have to.
I think we're going to be forced to.
Okay.
Yeah, you can stay.
Marcus is very uncomfortable with this conversation.
No,
Yeah.
like I meant we can leave, but we don't have to like run around trying to evacuate.
Yeah.
So this.
Yes, we do.
So this isn't meta. This is, I think, a conversation.
Yeah, this is a conversation. This is like morning fight, like morning's about the fight's about to happen. You guys
We
are.
came back and so Gavin's talking like, hey, we found some
The
airships. Like,
priority is that we get the fuck out of here. The city is about to be slaughtered in what, an hour?
I gotta be honest, I'm kind of with her.
Yeah, you can start hearing like the camp below you guys like starting to start up and like the war drums beating.
As much as I'd like to save these people, we need fighters, and fighters have to come first. I'm not going to be on an airship with a bunch of bodies.
well, Gavin shrugs too and says, we still have a blockade to deal with. Even if we pack this thing full of civilians, they're going to die in the air instead of on the ground. It's not really going to solve anything.
We need to use
We
light.
stand a better chance of maybe trying to hold them up in the mountain or something. Maybe we can cause I don't know, like a little cave-in or something. Try to seal the demons out and come back with help. I don't know.
I just say we find the someone who can fly one of these as fast as possible and just get out of here.
I don't think that's viable, and I don't think it's viable to leave the citizens of Tristan behind. We were supposed to protect them.
It's not my city.
I mean, I know you spent some time as a plant, but you've been here fighting for them and fighting with them this whole time. How can you just leave them?
I think we've done all we can here.
And she
Gavin holds his hand and goes, the healer agrees, it's time to bounce.
And I'm kind of just like, hey man, we all want to be good, but sometimes the moral high ground will just get us all killed.
saying it's not
Gavin, I don't wish these people any ill.
We were tasked to find Oz. If we want to save this kingdom, we must suffer this loss. We take able-bodied fighters, we find Oz. In the discussion.
As Trist is getting up to go look for like other fighters and pilots, she like points at Marcus. She's like, "For the record, I'm real fucking sad about this."
Thank you, Melissa McCarthy. That's just what I'm after doing. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are gonna try to find the pilot.
That guy's good, but like, he's gonna save his own butt first. He's chaotic.
I'm gonna see if I can talk to Tom and the paladin dwarf and see if there's another exit or some way out of this mountain. It's been around for hundreds of years in wartime. There's got to be some way.
Yeah. Okay.
We're splitting from the group again.
I mean, you guys are all still in the same camp.
I know, but
Okay, so this is like the hour before the last hour, and you're forming lead in. All right, so we'll do.
I don't know that we necessarily, like, we're looking for pilots, but I don't necessarily know that we want to just announce any pilot.
Yeah, you don't want to start like mass
So we
hysteria.
quietly kind of like,
Yeah, we're poking around
towns.
through a lot of like the. I would imagine we probably start with like the soldiers and like people who would have been piloting the airships. If we go to somebody like Tom and Hammond, they'd be able to point us in the right direction.
Yeah.
I want to ask Farzu in Undercommon if he knows if any among them are pilots.
Oh, okay. He kind of looks up and looks around, and he is he still bound?
He's
Like his hands or whatnot?
His hands are restrained. He's not fully bound,
Yeah,
but
his hands.
are restrained.
Okay.
And I tell him, if you value your life, point out who can get us out of here.
Okay, so he kind of sits up and he kind of scans like the fires and everything, and he points to this dashing, young-looking man. He's kind of he's dashing and handsome in the face, but as you go down his body, you see, he's wearing like a tank almost, right? And on his arms he has many cuts and everything, and he has kind of a pot belly.
He's a butter body.
Huh?
a butter body.
Yeah.
You're quite handsome.
He's wearing He's wearing very ornate fabrics, very loud colors, I would say, like lots of oranges and reds and bright blues.
It's wash.
He has like a scimitar kind of sitting in his lap. He's sitting cross-legged. He has a very long beard that's basically beaded at the bottom with a very elegant mustache that curls.
I like this guy.
Mustache.
Mustache. So he's sitting there, and he's sitting around men that are dressed very similar to him, but not as well or like high end, if that makes sense. But they wear the same color. Yeah. He also has many rings on his hands, like almost a ring on like every finger. And that's who he points at, and he says, "That there is that's one of the most famous pirates in this region.
Pirate.
I bet you he could get you out of here."
Given her criminal connections, I motion to Tristan, and I bring Farzu along with me. By the way, just kind of standing thing, I expect to keep Farzu
within 5 or 10 feet of you. Yeah.
Okay.
Ear and eye shot.
So I got her, and I want to approach him.
Okay. So as you guys approach, he's like telling a joke, and he's like, "And I told him, that's no kindergartner, that's my wife." That's a recess joke for you guys if you ever watched that show.
Wow. You want to take lead?
Sure. Tris is not good with people.
Yeah. Also, I didn't like that voice. I think I'm just gonna do more of a
something a bit more rakish.
But she kind of gestures to like the skirmishing army that's getting wilder and wilder, and they can hear it. It's like crazy shit going on right now, huh?
So he has like he's sitting on the ground back to you, and that's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's how I start this.
Just approach him
That's
casually.
how I start
His
this.
entire cadre of only men is there.
So he kind of stops and looks behind you, and just like looks back at his group of men, and they just start laughing. And he's like, "Silly human." I mean, he's also a human. It's like, silly girl thinks she knows things.
And I was like, hey, asswad, if you don't want to fucking die, we have a ship. We can get the fuck out of here. Do you want to fly it? Can I roll for intimidation?
Sure.
I'm gonna roll to assist.
Okay.
So much intimidation going on right now.
Wait, I don't want this one.
Yeah. Good
Those
idea.
dice haven't been nice to me. It's a 14 plus my intimidation, which is 6.
Okay.
Assist of 12.
System 12. Okay. Some of the men definitely like are scared.
Drop some fucking.
But this man, before you know it, he is standing, the scimitar's drawn, pointing at your throat, and he's like, "Girl dares to threaten? Girl knows nothing about my ships. She calls them hers, but they are my ships."
Is Dario Naharis now?
Yeah.
Chris kind of like puts her hand up toward where his hand is, like on the grip of his weapon. And she's like, "I'm not threatening you. I'm just giving you your best chance of survival. I'm helping you. Do you want to get the fuck out of here or not?"
He looks at you very confused, and he's like, Girl misunderstands. I and my men leave. We are fine. It is you who will die here." And his men kind of laugh at that. Yeah, he kind of looks at you and goes, "If you request if girl wants passage on Atlas's ship, then girl must pay."
Trish just takes like a
Daddy Addy Atlas.
really, really, really deep sigh. And like looks sideways as a Zealocloth. And then like looks back at Atlas and just kind of like bats her eyes.
Why?
Oh, well, now.
This took a turn.
Oh.
Okay.
A little bit. And she just kind of like chuckles at him. She's like, "Girl will pay. So how about you just provide passage to me and my friends? And can I roll for persuasion?"
Sure.
Wow. This took a turn.
Yeah, this I can't assist you.
Oh, on the other side of the camp.
The Zealocop like raises a pant leg.
It's a 7?
7, yeah.
I'm just kind of inspecting from a distance.
He kind of has like a hearty laugh at that, and he's like, he like puts down the scimitar, and he just laughs at your like failed attempt, and he's like, "You're funny." $3 or 3 gold a head. Meet me at the airship in an hour and a half. My crew is get ready.
She just looks and she's like, "That's acceptable, thank you." And then she like turns back to Zealocop and they start walking back to camp to get everyone else. And she looks at Zealocop. It's like, when we're done with him, I'm gonna kill him.
Choke me harder, daddy addy.
Choke me hard, daddy addy. Yeah, so you just met the great pirate captain Atlas, who is known to pirate fleets of pirates all throughout Brill, and his flagship is the Ulfrun, which is Wolf.
Is that one of the ships in dock? Okay.
Yep.
Alright, so we need to go to Tom and determine, like, who he basically needs us to bring over and who else is in our party.
I mean, did we negotiate for like?
Yeah.
You just spent spending 3 gold ahead.
Gold ahead.
3 gold
Which
ahead.
we all pretty much
Shouldn't
have.
be negotiating. At this point, I saw that happen. I'm like, I'm not.
You're not paying? Is that what you said?
Are we talking about
I ain't
this
paying
again?
for shit.
Oh.
I'm literally like, you're on the far side, and I'm just leaning against the wall, just like
Observing.
Alright, well, and we still have Marcus trying to find, alternate means.
Right. So you're going to go talk to Tom, right?
I'm talking to Tom and
So you find Tom with he's not with Hammond. Hammond's kind of off doing. Tom is you find him kind of by his own self in by a fire. He's shirtless, right? And you kind of as you come up to him, he's taking a piss, as he's known to do. And
frequently.
yeah,
The pisser.
Tom the pisser. And he kind of turns around and notices you there, and he looks elegant and dashing with his eagle feather beard.
Dick in hand. Because he's turned all the way around, or did he just glance behind? You have to be careful how you describe
No,
it.
he turns around like he's finished pissing, but he hasn't put it away yet. He's like,
my team.
Am I still
Don't
with
really
Marcus this point?
if you want to be,
Yeah,
Okay.
buds. We're hanging out.
okay. Yeah. So Tom puts his dick. It's like putting his dick away as he turns around, and he's like, "Morning.
Morning.
What can I do you for?"
Well, I came to see if there's some potential way to sneak all these refugees out of the cursed city.
With that, Tom gets like a really somber look on his face, like just the weight of everything is on his shoulders, right? And there's a Tom Graybelow. There's a passage that was built many centuries ago when this mountain was first created by whatever being there be. It was kind of like our failsafe when we built the city, to a back exit, if you will. I sent a party of men to scatter it out, and that was 7 hours ago, and they haven't returned. And kind of stupid of me to think about it, but Lord Mock was a council member of Grimbar. He helped build Tristan, so he would know of all the exits. We are trapped, and he just kind of gets quiet for a second and like lost in thought,
I gotta be honest, I'd love to follow Mock, but this sounds like we're up against it. We don't have enough people.
Yeah.
Since
Even if
Azula-
we wanted to follow, he knows this place so well. I've lived here for a year and I have no clue where to even start.
No. Is that like in game? You come and join the conversation? Yeah, you kind of join up. Okay.
Since Zealocop and Trisk were looking for Tom too, they walk up when they hear him say that, and she kind of like looks at Marcus. She's like, "Did he just say that there's no way to save everyone?" Wow.
Yeah. He's
Imagine that.
he kind of looks at you and just kind of gives you a look of just like, shut your mouth, like you child, like people are dying, like.
She kind of like checks herself and she like gives him like an awkward
Like,
shoulder
almost
pat, and she's like,
Yeah.
"It's really
The
like
patch, it
Yeah.
stares at her with
really
the
sad."
All right. So this is perfect. This kind of led up to this final scene. So it is now the time of war. You hear the drums coming, and the army marching. And Tom looks at you all, right, over this fire. And Hammond walks up and he kind of just takes it all in. He looks over at the meager, like, people, the folks that he was, sworn to help protect. He thinks back on the Prince of Rowan that he was looked after since he was a child, helped raise and teach. And he kind of just puts his arm out and kind of squeezes Gavin's shoulder, right, since he's just kind of closest. And he just looks and goes, defend my people. Save my country. That's all I can ask. And he kind of walks away from the group, and he kind of walks up to the steps of the ethereal gate, right? You're kind of close by. And he removes his eye patch, which is something, not many people who are alive can say they've seen Tom Greywillow's eye. It's kind of a weird sight to see. It's a human eye, but instead of an iris is this crystal, like opaque, right? And you can tell it just holds... It can see into time itself. It just holds lots of knowledge. And it's a heavy burden that this man, who's nothing more than a human man, bears, right? And as he walks up these steps, he removes his dagger from his boot. And he cuts his wrists, on both wrists. And as the blood drips from his wrists as he walks up the steps, he starts to enchant something in infernal, a language that's kind of weird for a human to know, but he knows it and he speaks it fluently. And
a translation because I speak infernal.
Yeah, if you want to.
Sick.
You wanna. So basically, does anyone else speak infernal? No. So Gavin, you recognize this chant to kind of, you hear him basically summoning a being. He is calling out a name, and you don't really know this name, but you recognize that it's a name of power, because every time he announces the name, he says it with authority, and a vibration of power goes out. There's power behind this name, and it's nothing good that is coming, but he is saying it with authority and with force, and he's bringing something to Tristan. So as he reaches the top of the stairs and he continues, this ornate tattoo appears on his back, and it starts to grow and grow. Where's my phone? I have a picture of it. That's how cool I did this research. Sorry, I have to go past the dick pics. There's a lot of them.
So many dick pics?
Yeah, dude, they just keep coming back and back over and over again. So I don't know why it does this. But it doesn't stay, like if I click it, it goes black. But it's something like that. Just kind of comes onto the middle of his back, kind of over his shoulders. And as he reaches like the step to where that open door is still, to the central cave, right, where the console is, you hear this wicked laughter that comes out from the cave or the doorway. And a tall, attractive woman steps out from the shadows. She has pale white skin, dark red lips, and walks with a purpose and saunter at the same time. She wears a whip and a sword with ridge edges in it. I don't know if anyone wants to roll like a history or arcana check and see if they know who this bitch is.
Roll for history.
I don't know.
I rolled a 13, but do I get an advantage since I heard her name?
13.
Yeah.
14 for me. Oh, daddy.
Ooh, okay.
19
So
for
13.
Sterling.
What was that?
19.
Okay, and you rolled what?
You know, it's a draft.
Okay.
That was a good this time.
So Sterling, and then also Gavin, you know the name, but it is Noctolia, who makes her way out over the doorway and over to Tom. And then Marcus, you know her. She has a small smirk on her face, but you know her to be one of the 9 demon lords. She is the reigner, has reign over what is known as the Abyss. She is also the Lord of Chaos, and she loves chaos. If anyone, I would say with the history kind of thing, you've heard rumors about this, about a man making a deal with the devil, literally, and basically laying waste to lands and armies with his army of the dead. And with this, seeing this goddess come ahead of, out, you now know this man to be Tom Greywillow. So so this woman comes out and she what do I want?
I would actually know this because my order is dedicated to keeping order and balance between good and evil all across the land. So
she definitely is not a good thing to be here.
Least favorite person.
Right, real down low.
So she kind of comes out and sauntering over. How do I want her to sound? I want her to sound like Smokey.
Smoky, sexy. Thinking Cher.
You've been a naughty boy, Tommy. Hiding from me all these years.
Maybe uncomfortable.
Thought I'd have to but I do have to give you credit, picking this place to slither under. And she stands by Tom, and he kind of has his back turned to her. And however did you convince them to let you in? Do they know what you are? What you've done? What you have killed? And Tom kind of turns around at that and screams, "Enough!" And they kind of are locked in eyes, right? And as they look at each other's eyes, Tom's tattoos kind of start to fade, but he's still bleeding really heavy from his fucking wrists because he cut deep, because he does deep cuts. That's the only way he does it. And he kind of looks up at her, and with pleading eyes, he goes, "Save these people. Please save the people of Tristan." And she just kind of smiles, and she's like, now, Tommy, you still have a debt to pay on our last deal. Why, oh why would you think of me foolish enough to help you again? And he's like, because I'll do this, and you do this, and I'm yours. No more fighting. I come with you, willingly. I will be yours to command. And she kind of just laughs in his face, and she's like, I own you, child. And Tom kind of gets hurt by that as he realizes what he has to do. It's kind of demeaning, but he's passionate. This is Tristan Peak has given him a home and let him hide from his past, which is dark and full of regrets. So with that, he goes down to both knees and keeping eye contact with her as he goes down, and holding out as long as he possibly can. He finally breaks eye contact and bows his head, and he says, please, I'll do anything. I beg you, please save these people." And she kind of smiles and says, fine. And with a snap of her fingers, all the townsfolk and soldiers of Tristan Peak are gone. They disappeared. Except for the visitors, the remaining vendors who were out of town. You still have Atlas and his pirates there. You guys remain. And a couple of townsfolk here and there. But for the most part, all the remaining of the 250 are gone. And, Tom looks up and he calls her a liar, of course, and she simply puts it I sent the people of Tristan away. They're safe, I gave them passage and freedom somewhere else in Brill, I did what you asked, now you hold up your part of the deal. And she was like, things are about to get very interesting here. And with that, Tom, is like, you lying piece of... She was like, now, Tommy, a deal is a deal. And she walks off back into the darkness, and she's like, come, boy, come. And he stands up, and he's like, I'm coming, you bitch. But as he leaves, he looks to you, Gavin. And out of the little pouch he still has on his belt, he pulls out a small puzzle box, right? It's maybe yay big, that long.
Is he listening? I take up the Rubik's Cube?
Yeah, I was like saying, yeah, it's fair. And he kind of again puts it in your hand. And as he puts it in his hand, his crystal eye, he kind of winks at you and gives you a smirk, everything's going to be okay, even though it doesn't seem like it, It says a lot in just a little wink. And with that, he follows.
I want to do something here.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm going to walk up and reach out and clasp his arm.
Okay.
And as I do that, I'm going to heal him.
Okay. Heal his wounds.
I'm going to heal his wounds just because I respect everything he did, even though it's consorting with one of the most evil things I've ever heard of. I still respect him as a man trying to do
sacrifice,
that.
yeah.
Exactly, the
Yeah.
sacrifice. So, and that's something that my order would do. It's very, in the forgiveness aspect. So, just that last thing, and I pat his hand and I step back.
Yeah. He kind of gives you a nod of thanks, and he'll turn and walk over. And as he does, the stairs kind of reform the doorway, that was kind of had this inky darkness, all of a sudden just becomes dark instead of just pitch dark and nothingness. And as that happens and resolves, you kind of realize, oh shit, we're just standing in the town. We're alone. There's no one guarding the steps anymore.
Oh.
The drums are beating louder, and you guys look over, you're around the steps, and you look back down to where the steps leading up to this level are, and sure enough, there be an army coming.
Yeah.
And they be ready to kill.
And in the most unmonkish fashion, fuck.
And that's what we'll call it, you guys.
Sweet.
Cool.